Back to another live stream. My name is Matthew, and today, we're kind of doing a bit of a long overdue live stream, for mention, because this is going to be my live commentary to the Angry Godzilla Show Season 22, Episode 3, under new management, which I've been meaning to do this for a little bit, but just because of the BFDI and II live reactions, by the time I do the last II episode, well, like the last for that day, like the last for the live broadcast, I'm so tired at that point, and I just want to go to sleep. So, um, I just thought, why not just do this one during the day, and yeah, let's just kind of get some this live stream kind of like done and out of the way. So if you guys are not familiar with the Angry Godzilla Show, because I imagine maybe few of you are, basically it's my long-running plush series where I do like all these different crossovers, but the main one is Angry Birds and Godzilla together. I know that might sound like an odd crossover, believe me, I know. It's actually based on some old interests of mine, that being Angry Godzilla, when I was like 11 years old at the time, and I just thought, why not make a show with the two of them, and then it just kind of grew up with me since. Of course, my interests have changed, but my love for the show really hasn't, and I'm still passionate about the series to this day, so hey. But yeah, this is the latest episode of the actual release order, because we're doing two seasons at once, season 22 and 23, the Angry Birds season and the Godzilla season. So with that said, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into the Angry Birds Godzilla show. Okay. Season 22, episode 3, under new management. So let's let the intro play. No, I ain't singing. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Loads of fun. Hey, I'm in the episode. And quite literally. So we pick up right after the events of season 22, episode 2.
I don't know why they can't just let go of everything that happened. It's in the past. Why can't I move on?
So this season I wanted to kind of like repeating lips, but I wanted to add some more like character development to Red as like a character, show that there is a bit more progression with his story and how he's like having to come to terms with like the war's over. Now I'm just kind of like acting like a complete douche, like Piggy didn't deserve it.
Blue? Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Rodan?
Okay, so here we have the first instance of a Godzilla character in the main story of season 22. This I originally was not going to do, but really speaking, I do kind of want some like back and forth, still keeping the Angry Birds Godzilla show element alive. Because while this is a technical split, characters can swap between seasons if they really want to, and in this case, it's Rodan. So Rodan right now is away from the main story of season 23. As for if he appears or not, I don't know. Even I don't know myself, because while it has been mapped out, Rodan really isn't like a huge main part of that story. But here he does have a bit of a role. Originally, when I was writing the script, this was supposed to be Titanus from season 19. Season, I'm trying to remember, 17, I believe? The one where they go in the Hollow Earth and there's like this big energy source in there, all that jazzy stuff. So, but yeah, originally I wrote it as Titanus, but I eventually decided to go with Rodan instead because he kind of fits the narrative of TABAGS a bit better, being a literal angry bird. He is a pterosaur. I recently heard the whole confusion of like what a pterodactyl is. Apparently they don't even exist. I don't know, it's a big thing. Anyways, yeah, so let's continue.
And what the bloody blazes are you doing here? It's a long story, and I'll explain it to you in full later, but what are you doing here? This is my Brazil getaway home. I hid in the Amazon so no one could disturb me while I was on vacation. Rodan, you just about visited every country in the world and went to every single spot within the whole world. At this point, I think it's safe to say you're always on vacation. Well, what can I say? I just like to travel.
So you can kind of see where I wrote it as Titanus, but then I kind of like crammed in Rodan But it fits Rodan's narrative too.
But that doesn't explain why you're here. Well, okay, just to recap the story for you and those moronic viewers who just skip right to this episode.
Just a little punch to throw at people saying, "Hey, go back to watching the other episodes to watch this one."
Blue Swings needed our help to find his wife Jewel, who was kidnapped overnight. He broke into the secret hideout and we devised a plan to get Jewel back. He said he saw a green creature take off with her and ironically accused Piggy, and everyone was upset with me, rightfully so. Sheesh, sounds like you missed a lot.
So originally I wrote that as Titanus, like saying, "Oh well, how much did I miss? Like I've been traveling the world and such." And not to mention Titanus right now in continuity would have been traveling the whole galaxy. So he can't go to space, but Titanus can with Space Godzilla. So
plus, I let my whole team down. Decades of friendships, family, and even my own son just down the drain in an instant over my own actions. I have no idea what to do or how to save any of it, if it's even salvageable. Well, it sounds to me that you need to reevaluate yourself. Reevaluate myself? What do you mean by that? I'm not going to be blunt with you, Red. Reflect on your problems. What was the main thing that caused up this? Well, it was mostly my hatred for the pigs. I vented my anger out on people.
So this is of course like when Red kind of like not only realizes the damage that he caused, but also really kind of like understanding how to like cope with it and improve from it as well.
It's really unfair. Alright, now, think for a good second. Why do you hate the pigs? Well, we were at war with each other for years after they tried to steal and eat our young. I guess after over those years, I grew tired of them and developed a massive hatred for them that never really went away, regardless of what happened. Remember, Red, that was then. This is now, 2030. Do you really think the war of the 2010s and pubescent voices really apply to now?
Well, dig at my own self. Because yes, admittedly, the older episodes were not the best quality. That's why the remasters exist to kind of like give them a little boost as far as your quality is concerned. But yeah, little pubescent voices, and of course the 2010s, which is when TABAGS was made.
No. I have no idea why I thought it did. I do find them weird and disgusting, but that shouldn't be the entire reason why I hate somebody. I judged them before I got to know them personally, and it was especially unfair towards Peggy. Bingo. Now, think of what you'll do next. How will you try and make amends with Peggy and your friends? Apologize? Exactly. Try apologizing to them when the time's right. I can see if they'd still like you tagging along, but we're going to need a quick route to them, since I doubt that they're anywhere near here anymore if you guys were here like a few hours ago or something. Depending on how long you've been here. But wait, I can't fly, but the Hollow Earth. We're gonna use the Hollow Earth, aren't we? Yepers. That's the plan.
Alright, so then here's the Hollow Earth portal. So they just literally transition right to the Hollow Earth, which again, it's that same like effect where in the movie it was just like this big flashy scene, but here's like a calm, relaxing like portal. Very hypnotic. And we're back in the Hollow Earth.
Can't say I miss this place. I don't want to jump back here again, but I guess we have to. Trust me, you'll get used to it after a while. Ugh, easy for you to say. You Titans can live millions and millions of years doing this stuff. Also, while I'm here, what are you guys? Titans or kaiju? Because I've heard you guys being called both.
So yeah, in the series or in the MonsterVerse, where the Godzilla and Kong films like mostly are based on from TABAGS, not counting the like classic full-on Titans and Kaiju from Toho. There's like they're called Titans, but everyone else calls them Kaiju. And I kind of wanted to answer that question here, where I've called them both Titans and Kaiju, but even though they essentially mean the same thing.
Where both Titan and Kaiju pretty much mean the same exact thing, a large beast. Ah, that makes sense. But about this portal, how is this going to work? There isn't another portal to Brazil outside the one we just came out of.
Hello to BFTI and Teapot Book.
By now, I'm going to make a new portal. Oh yeah, I forgot you Titans could summon portals. How do you do that? By doing this.
See, this is the scene that I was kind of like hesitant to put Rodan in, because Titanus was supposed to rear his head up and then shoot his beam right down to the ground, drilling through the planet and out to the other side in Brazil, right where the bird, what video episode? Season 22, episode 3 of the Angry Birds and Godzilla show. So we're just doing a commentary on this one. So he's supposed to rear his head up and shoot his beam into the ground, drilling a hole right to where the Angry Birds are. But I figured if Rodan is in the scene, he doesn't have a beam attack. Then I remembered Fire Rodan exists, because that's an incarnation of Rodan that has a beam weapon. So why not just do that same thing with Rodan?
Oh god, the last time Godzilla did this, he nearly destroyed the place. Be careful.
And of course, here we have like the first usage of like special effects in the episode, like outright. This was actually like this little beam. I found a video on TikTok that was like this purple beam being shot up into the air, and it was just like this cool like little effect. So I literally just nabbed it, and I literally just cropped the black like out of it, and I made sure to aim it right to Rodan's face and have like this big energy burst coming together and looking like he's actually drilling into the hollow earth. And then you get like all the splash smoke once it looks like it's getting too much for him.
You know,
And then back on the surface where we actually get like a live, is Needle in BFTI? Yes, Needle is in BFTI, and I think all 5 seasons of BFTI. Quite impressive. But this was actually originally supposed to be all green screen. Now, I've never admittedly done green screen before. I've done like duplicates of myself in like the same shot, but I've never done a green screen within itself before. So this was a challenge to try and see like if I could get a forestry shot, because unfortunately I didn't have access when I was filming this episode in particular at my sister's forest, which is where the Secondly Object Show season 6 was filmed, where the Client short film was filmed, and where season 22 episode 2 was filmed. So I had to like actually improvise for this scene, and I actually nabbed some photos off Google, made them high res, and then just kind of put them in here. And in order to accommodate this, I literally had to film kind of like what I'm doing here, but I had to flip the camera this way, made sure that none of this was showing, and had to crank the brightness all the way up so you couldn't really tell it was a screen being projected behind the characters. And as a result, I had to be very careful with the lighting and how I presented it. And I also lacked the ability to do like all those crazy camera angles, so unfortunately this was the only way to actually accomplish the illusion of the forest.
genuinely, what's Red's problem? He's being a lot more angry, for lack of a better word, since the last time I saw him in person. Funny, because he was a lot more laid back and a father figure to me. There are moments where I even wonder if that was the same Red who I was once dating. Well, my Red's become a lot more agitated thanks to those pigs in recent years. He still insists on being hostile towards them, even though I war ended like years ago. Do you guys think that maybe he's just upset that...
Is this the future? I mean, this episode does take place in the future, 2030.
His frustration out on
So 5 years later.
Huh. Perfect. It says it's over in...
You guys might recognize this. Moving on.
Rio de Janeiro. Finally, we can actually go to Rio itself, not just Brazil. Really? Last episode, I thought we were in Rio itself. No.
Oh, it's just a light
I'm
projector.
confused.
Or are you talking about like in the episode? This is supposed to play the role of a tracker.
I'll head on over there anyway. But how do we possibly get there? We can't just
I like the
walk
voice.
there.
Thank you.
It'll take way too long. And you guys can't fly like me. Well, we can fly sometimes, just with the slingshot. We don't have a slingshot on person right now.
You'd think they would pack a slingshot all the time.
The problem with using a Hollow Earth portal is that there's no nearby Hollow Earth portals. The closest one that's actually to us was the one we came out of, and that's miles away now. And the only way to summon in one is by using a Titan, and we're not Titans. And the reason I know all this is because of my many, many years of kaiju study. I've just about interviewed every single kaiju we know of on the island. Godzilla did a large majority of the explaining to me anyways. Well, we don't exactly have a Titan with us, do we? Guys, I don't want to sound like it's getting concerned, but it's getting awfully hot out here.
So this is how they realize, oh wow, there's something coming, because it doesn't normally get that hot in Rio, but I mean, to my knowledge, it does get pretty hot in Brazil, but it's getting like extremely hot. Surprised they didn't just turn to fried chicken.
It should be. It's Brazil. Ugh, it's so hot out here anyway. No, not that way, you fucking moron. Blue's right. It's getting like awfully hot out here.
And yes, oh there we go. There's the beam, shooting up into the sky.
Hi everyone, it's me, Rodan. Rodan? What are you doing here? Hey guys, it's me. Oh, Dad. Wait, listen. Me and him had a talk, and we understand.
So you can kind of see here how that's like a light projection from my computer.
Needs to tag along with you guys, so can you guys at least let him come with you guys? Fine, but we do need your help anyway to get to the Hollow Earth. It seems you already blasted a hole to get to us. Seems like that's already our ticket there, so can we go? Sure, let's do it.
And then here we have the damn transition again. I'm gonna keep doing this for as long as I need to. Nice, calm, relaxing music. That would be the Hollow Earth portal.
Where are we? Oh, you're not about to answer that fucking question again.
The Cardinals are having a bad mouth today.
I've never been here.
First Little Red, then Terrence.
I thought you had been down here at least once. Not really. Especially since I thought...
Now this was a pain to film because Blue, he's way too big. Okay, because I almost thought about like flipping the set. Actually, no, the set itself I think is about like up to here. And the plushies of the Angry Birds are just the right size for me to film different angles with. Blue is taller than the actual set itself. So if I rear him up, he's taller than the whole set itself. So I almost thought about flipping the set itself on its side, but I unfortunately couldn't do that because, the camera resolution would have picked up the sides of the set because it's too narrow. So at this point I decided, why not just bend him over and just have him talking to the birds. And when he's not talking, he's reared up.
This place was infested with monsters. Nah, that was years ago. The last time a Titan was down here was when Rodan came down here. That was just a few moments ago. Dad, what did I tell you about speaking to any of us? Alright, Little Red, at least let me just say this one thing to the group. And especially guys, I realized what I did was wrong.
And then here we have Red's apology.
And venting my frustration about pigs wasn't the best thing to do. In fact, it was anything but good. The war between us and the pigs is over, and I deeply apologize if I offended any of you. Especially you, Piggy. You were at the corner of it all for the wrong reasons. I hope to do better, especially after learning from this. It's been an experience, and I promise I will do better. You know what, mate? Personally, I'm still cool with you.
So I feel like what was important to me is Chuck or the other Angry Birds acknowledged the apology, because while it wasn't their place to forgive Red, it was important to them they at least acknowledge it. And Chuck seems supportive that he did apologize, and he's personally cool with him, but he doesn't outright forgive him because he wasn't the one affected. Did you make or did you buy the plushies at the store? A mix of both. Little Red and Terrence plushies. I got I think I got Terrence's plushie when I was on a road trip years and years and years ago. Little Red's plushie I got off a secondhand store. And the main Angry Birds plushies, like Red, Chuck, Hal, and all the others, my mom made, actually. And Blue I got from AliExpress.
Wait, don't overreact like that again. Especially someone like Piggy. I can't say I forgive you yet. Give it time, Brett. You still screwed up big time. You just have...
My hope for the future is actually to have every single Angry Birds and Godzilla character on the show one day be crocheted, like, completely. We're almost there.
In retrospect, it's too soon to apologize. Thanks for apologizing to Piggy, but I agree with him. It's too soon, Dad. Well, you apologized. What are you gonna do now, Red? Take all this to heart, improve, and learn.
Oh, there's me. Oh. Alright, so yeah, there you go. That's episode 3 of season 2, 22. Season 2. Wow, we're really behind, aren't we? But yeah, that was it. I do honestly like how this episode turned out. It was very advanced for what it was, because there was a lot of things in this episode that were completely new to the show. And I honestly also hope that, like, going forward, I also keep upping the ante a bit with my production style. Trying to also, like, think really here. Season 22 and 23 are also, if you're new to, by the way, are going to be going on hiatus for me to work on my other shows like Golden Glory. And I also want to get some more remastered stuff out as well. So in season 22 and 23's place will be season 3 remastered of the Angry Birds Godzilla show. So hey, TABAGS isn't going away completely. I mean, it was never going away, but anyways, that's all I've got for this stream. If you guys liked it, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like, comment if you wish. Tonight I'm going to be doing my live reactions to BFDIA 9 and 10, as well as Inanimate Insanity Season 3, Episode 1 and 2. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe, leave a like. Peace out. See you guys later.